taking you guys throughout the entire week today. I'm gonna show you guys exactly what we do, when we do it, how much money we made doing it, and then more importantly, any tips and advice that I can give you guys, hopefully make your guys' life better.
We're gonna show you behind the scenes and what it really takes to build something special when you're young. Seven years ago, I graduated college and I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. I just had a vision for what I wanted to look like. Now it's time to get to work.
We're gonna start our day off. We have the Rise hydration packet, electrolytes, and then we're gonna hit some creatine. I just got on a new workout plan, just got on a new nutrition plan as well. I hired this dude named Danny to help create all my plans. I just had a birthday about 10 days ago, July 16th, and I made a commitment to myself that I was gonna get in the best shape of my life. It's something that I've always wanted to do. It's not like I'm in bad shape, but I wanted to get like really good shape. So I hired somebody. We have everything planned for this week, going into next month. So I'm really excited, but we gotta head to the gym. We have a push day with some triceps, I believe. So let's get the day started. I'm gonna show you guys and bring you guys along this entire week. And there's gonna be a ton of really valuable things. So let's get the day popping. Come on.
Workout complete. We had a really solid day, push day, tricep day. I recorded some of it. I was focusing on being in the moment, being locked in, so I didn't want to get too distracted trying to film. But we're headed back. We have a leaders huddle where every Monday we gather all the leaders in the entire agency. We have the GOAT of the life insurance industry, Marcus Smith, Matt Parks, Mark Salvaggi, Jim Serace, Dan Hartwick, all giving us advice, feedback on how we can grow our businesses. You know, they've been doing this for, I don't know, probably 20 years a pop, you know, depending on the person, some a little bit more, some a little bit less. So they have all the answers. You know, I've been in the business now for 7 years, so why wouldn't I listen to them? They're the greatest leaders that have ever touched the company and industry as a whole. So, you know, one of the things that I struggle with for a long time is just trying to stay organized because I have so many little tasks. It's so easy to feel overwhelmed. That's why a schedule is so important for me. That's why little things like little creatine packets where I can just save a second here and there are just so important, because I hate feeling like I'm in a rush, and I constantly am in a rush, but having a schedule makes me feel more at peace, not overwhelmed. So every Sunday, I map out my entire week, every millisecond of every single day to alleviate a lot of that. So right now, we have a 10-minute window to get home and shower quickly, and then right into meetings, right into sales calls, right into development calls with the team. Busy Monday. The workout took about 40 minutes. I like getting in and out of the gym effectively. I don't like being in the gym for an hour and a half. It's not that I don't love the gym, I just start getting distracted, I lose focus. And what I learned about the gym is really just about life is, you know, in this case, 30 intentional minutes beats an hour and a half at the gym just bullshitting, doing whatever the hell it is that I'm doing.
What did I come to this company to make? What I always loved is seeing other people, other examples, and telling myself, well, if they can do it, so can I. Like, what do they know? What do they do? Let me wrap my mind and energy around that. Learn what they know, do what they do, earn what they earn. When you're looking at your vision, is something gonna make you give up and give in and tap out and quit because of traffic, because of getting pulled over, because of a flat tire, because of something that happens on your way? The people that are super successful and win make decisions ahead of the time aligned with their vision, that have the whatever it takes approach that doesn't matter what adversity comes to me. It doesn't matter what storms come. It doesn't matter what tests or trials or tribulations, because those are all going to strengthen me. Those are all going to give me what I need to earn what I need to earn. And if I'm not willing and wanting to go through this and grow through this, then I don't deserve to earn what the other people are earning, because they were willing and wanting to go through this same hurdle, this same obstacle that I'm faced with today. They decided they were willing to go through it.
I truly believe that anybody can make money, and I think that that's so true. And I know the people that are making the most. I look at, the Arturos and the Kevin Beavers and the DJs. I mean, these guys have spent so much time sharpening their axe, but they're also great listeners. They're great implementers, and these guys normally ask a lot of questions. So if you're not where you want to be, and if you see this list, my question is, do you have a mentor in the business? Do you have someone that you're attaching yourself to the hip to and saying, you know what, 2026 is going to be my year?
I can't wait to see our top 3 people, putting up over $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 in a week, in addition to the MGA teams. I can't wait to see the MGA teams that are going to say, hey, listen, time to get this thing over 100,000, Connor O'Donnell. Time to get this thing over 100,000, Dane Nixon. Production, our top RGA team goes to Arturo Ramiro, $85,411 in ALP.
So we just got done with all of our morning meetings. It was really good. We had our leaders huddle. It's always good to hear Marcus and all the other leaders give all their wisdom. But we're about to eat some food. We have our first meal. We got egg whites. We have, I forget what these are called, but whatever these are called, with some peanut butter and then some honey on it. Smashing it with water. Eat real quick, relax for a little bit, and then we got right into meetings. It's about 10:42. Meetings start at 11. So we got a little bit of time, and we're back at it. I think the biggest takeaway from this morning was he gave a really cool analogy. He was talking about how, number one is you have to set a goal. We have our goal. We have everything mapped out. I'm literally looking at my schedule right now. It's got my goal, vision, timeline, day-to-day operations, everything. But the second step is making sure that you ask good questions along the way. And just like we ask a GPS on our phone to give us directions, and if we get lost, we don't just sit there and try to figure it out ourselves. We try to seek feedback. And I think especially the better you do in business, it's so easy and it happens subconsciously. You don't even know that you do it, but you can get stuck trying to figure it out instead of just asking really good questions. Even for somebody who prides themselves on being coachable, I'm always asking questions, but there's room for improvement. I sometimes spend too much time on a problem where I could very easily just find somebody who's already overcome that problem, but always do the best you can to put ego aside, ask good questions. So anyways, that was my biggest takeaway from our leaders huddle. We're gonna get the afternoon started, and then we got a little break, and then right back into work. We got a bunch of sales calls this evening, because again, it's August and we're about to go crush some premium. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. A lot of the same questions on the test itself are very similar. It's not gonna be the same. You're gonna switch up the verbiage a little bit, but you'll recognize them. You'll be like, all right, I've seen this question before. It goes with this answer. Well, I like to spend my time with the people who are working the hardest, so I'll go through and see who is investing. I can see by how much time they put in, how fast they're moving, how bad they want it. You can't always tell by their scores, especially in the testing process and the pre-licensing process. But this is how I spend the middle of my day. I'll go through, connect with the new agents. I'll work my way to the people who are a little bit newer, released, submitting business on the team. Then I'll make my way to the leaders and just invest into people. It's the greatest investment you can possibly give. And that's what this business is all about, is helping other people learn how to sell life insurance, learn how to build a business, build a sales organization. So a lot of my time and energy is just built around that. People don't wake up thinking, man, I really just want some whole life insurance. I mean, I'm sure some people do, but for the most part, can we all agree, 99% of the world doesn't even know what whole life insurance is. Shoot, some of you guys don't even know what whole life insurance is. And we've had to go through a full exam. So how do we expect our clients to understand the life insurance jargon and the different products that we offer? And if somebody doesn't understand a product, they don't even know what it does for them, why would they want to buy it? They wouldn't.
So it's just easier for us and the clients to talk about concepts. That is why we use concepts to sell life insurance, because A, it helps you because you know what you're talking about, and B, it helps them because they understand what is being communicated to them. But you want to focus your attention on things that grow the business, not just maintain the business. And a lot of the times it's so easy to get caught spending and deploying all of this time and energy just trying to maintain the business, keep people happy, solve problems. And yeah, you got to do that, but you got to do the best you can to focus on activities that are going to grow the business, because a lot of the times entrepreneurs, they just die without even knowing it, because their time just slowly but surely gets destroyed by trying to keep what they've already built afloat, and they stop focusing on activities that grow it. So you got to be careful about that. I have a very low tolerance for people who aren't able to function at a certain level. I don't know, and even if we hire them, I'll tell them like, yo, you're conditionally hired based on you doing this, this, and this, because I've just been around people for too long, and I've realized I'm looking and I need a specific kind of person on the team, and I can't force that person to be something that they're not. Kind of like what we were talking about in our leaders huddle today. And I've learned that. So instead of trying to create it, I'm on a headhunt to find it. And when I realize very quickly that you're not it, I'm going to move on that. So I try to do the best that I can not to waste my time and not to waste people's time. So if I identify something early in the hiring process, I'm just not going to hire that person. That's just reality. You only want to work with the best. But that's the schedule, all right? The last and final challenge is this is 100% commission sales. And the reason why I say it's a challenge, commission sales is not in and of itself a challenge, but it takes a certain kind of person to fit with commission. And I like to relate it to fitness. It's just a really easy analogy. A lot of people have more experience in this subject. Conceptually speaking, it's not difficult to get in shape. It's actually pretty easy biologically speaking. You get a good nutrition program, you get a good fitness program, you do that for 6 months, a year, you're gonna get in better shape. Pretty simple. What makes it challenging is the consistency of it. Anybody can do it for a week, anybody can do it for a couple weeks, but it takes somebody really special to lock in for like 6 months, a year. And it's the same way in what we do. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to make a lot of money with us. We have people from all walks of life, all demographics, backgrounds, ages, knowledge. Like we have people from all different walks of life crushing it with us. Why? Because it's not overly complicated to make a lot of money with us. You get a good system, you work really hard for 6 months, a year, and you make great money. What makes it challenging is the consistency. You have to be willing to do it for an extended amount of time. And if you are, it's open to anybody. Anybody can be consistent. So you got to ask yourself a really tough question, because you know you better than I know you. Do I trust my work ethic? If the answer is no, don't get into commission sales. Me, 7 years ago, would stay up till 3 a.m. coming up with new ideas, and there's always work to be done. If I really wanted to, I could work all night. The older that I've gotten, the more I realize, like, yo, it's not a sprint. It's a marathon. It doesn't benefit me to have all this energy on a Monday, coming off a weekend, get rested a little bit. And then by Friday, I'm just completely dead. Saturday, I'm like a zombie. I can't use my brain. Going to the next week, I'm like barely making it. Now I'm way more conscious of my body, of my health, longevity. It's not about making money 1 week, 1 month. It's about making money for years and years and years. It takes a really long time to become wealthy. 1 good year is not going to dramatically change your life. And with that being said, we're going to go get some sleep. We're going to get to bed and hopefully be knocked out by like 11:30. Another day, another opportunity. Just getting ready for the day. When I said I was gonna go to sleep yesterday? Yeah, I did not end up going to sleep. I got done at call it 9:30. I checked my steps.
and I was only at probably like 4,000 steps, and I made a commitment that I was gonna get 9,500 steps every single day. So we went out, we took a little walk. It is what it is. Sometimes that happens, but we woke up this morning, we still went to the gym, we did what we were supposed to do. And I always think back to when I was in college. Like, there was days where I would get no sleep, and they didn't care how I was feeling. I had to go to workouts, I had to go to practice, I had to class, I was busy all day, every day. So if I can do that, I can definitely, sit on a computer, talk to people, do what I have to do. This is way easier on the body than football, but I'm just finishing getting ready. We have a lot of meetings that we gotta jump into. We're gonna start the day by, number one, reaching out to new hires, making sure that they're taken care of, kind of like we did yesterday. Number two, I have a meeting with the technology team. We're doing some upgrades that I got to connect with them, verify everything is getting done the way that we need it to be getting done. We also have to plan content because Dimitri's coming over Friday to shoot content, so I have to have everything mapped out before then. We have some development calls, we have some sales calls. It's gonna be a great day. We're gonna get a lot done, but I'm gonna finish getting ready and we're gonna get the day started. I have terrible news. Sunday, when Jalen came and dropped off my food, my meals for the week, I was doing something. I don't even know what I was doing, but I didn't bring them inside. Monday morning, I walked downstairs, I see my meals, I'm like, oh snap, completely forgot about that. So I went and brought them inside, ate them all day, everything was sunshines and rainbows. I get to my last meal for the day, it's like oatmeal and a couple other things. I taste it immediately, something's off. It's sour. So I texted Jalen, I'm like, yo, I don't think this is supposed to be sour, is it? He was like, yeah, definitely not, it went bad. All of our meals went bad. So we're headed downtown, we're gonna go to Naked Farmer. Any excuse to go downtown, we're gonna make it work. I lived downtown for 5 years. It was the greatest thing ever. I miss living in an apartment. I miss the energy, the convenience, the views, everything. That is why I'm gonna get a condo in Miami here in the next year or less. That way I can have the best of both worlds, because I do like the house. The space is so convenient. Having my own garage, like I do, my own pool, that's gonna be nice. The pool's almost done being built. So I want the best of both worlds. When I wanna be in a house, I wanna be in a house, but when I wanna be downtown, I wanna be downtown. This is lunch. We went with, tofu. I've never had tofu. It was the first time I've ever seen it on the menu. Some brown rice, broccoli, tomatoes. We went a little bit on the lighter side. We're gonna eat this with some good old H2O. Then we gotta get back to work. Got about a 20-minute window. Probably go find some caffeine right after this and back to game time. I think this is our option of choice today. This is what we're gonna rock with.
But my job is to teach you guys what to say and how to say it to make your life way easier and help you guys make as much money as fast as possible. Remember, sales is about saying the right things the right way to get the highest chance for success. A really important premise that you guys got to understand is any random garbage you say will work eventually. Nothing works 100% of the time. Sales is about finding the right words the right way to get the highest chance for success. As a new agent, we have this burning desire to freestyle. Y'all know what I mean? You guys listen to people on Discord, you hear something, you're like, hold on, that's not on the script. We have this burning desire to freestyle. And what I want you guys to do when you guys are new and figuring out the right words is don't freestyle. Because if you go say whatever you say, Anthony, I can't guarantee you that it'll work. I don't know, it might work, it might not work, I have no idea. But if you say what's scripted, it will work. Would have to qualify for any kind of adjustment like this. How are you doing health-wise? Right now, okay, it's best if we hold off on applying for coverage for Robert. I'm not saying that he can't get life insurance. He can. Give it like another year and then apply for more coverage for him, because he'll be outside of that window. So what we can do is we can focus on making sure that you have a sufficient amount of whole life insurance, and then next year we can always revisit Robert and make sure he's taken care of. But it's better for you, better for him to apply later, and it's cheaper for you guys.
Okay.
So what this one will do is this one we'll adjust the policy to $268.94 total. We can start here, lock in your age and your health, make sure that it's 100% comfortable, and then later down the road, if you feel the need to, we can always bump it up if you want, no problem.
Okay.
So we just finished up the sales call. We made a sale. We wrote about 2,100 ALP. So if I was a brand new agent in the business, would have made about $1,100 on that one call. But I wanted to break down exactly what I did and, more importantly, why I did it. There's a lot of styles when it comes to selling and check size and what to show and what offers to present. And in life insurance specifically speaking, we have the power to go as big or as little as we want, so we can customize a little bit, compared to other things that other people can sell. It's a set price, it's a set offer. You can't customize it, but in our business, we do. And we all know in sales that the most common objection we're going to get is about affordability, money issues. Now, I personally do not like to go against the grain. I know it's coming, and what I mean by against the grain is, let's say a client is like, hey, listen, I can't afford it. Me trying to explain to the client why they should have set aside X amount of money and re-engineer how they're already thinking is what I would call going against the grain. And I'm not saying that isn't possible. You can do that pretty easily, to be honest with you. But I'm a big fan with going with the current. Meaning if they are under the impression mentally that it's unaffordable, well, I'm just going to use the human psychology in my favor. And I understand that 60% of the time they're going to tell me they can't afford it. So I'm just going to factor that into my sales cycle. So let's say I want to get a certain deal size. Well, I'm just going to start a little bit higher with the clear understanding that they're going to give me some kind of objection. I'm most likely going to have to adjust down, and then bada bing, bada boom. And what ends up happening a lot of the time is that helps me create an atmosphere where it's us versus the problem, which is making sure that you have the right solution instead of a me versus you atmosphere. And it's very easy to get put in those situations if I just try to hold my ground, which again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with doing that. There's definitely a time and a place where you just got to hold your ground and listen, I'm not going to adjust. This is what we're going to do, and this is why you should do it. We're going to get back to it. We have more sales calls, so we're going to get back to it, and we're going to run some presentations with some new agents and keep the day rocking.
That is a wraps on pull day. We just got done, finished our workout. I want to do a midway point. It's Wednesday, so I'm going to do a halftime check-in, how the week is going. We'll start with the business and team production first. It is not going exactly the way that I planned, but that's part of life, part of business. Things rarely ever go the way that we planned it. If it was up to me, we would already be like at 150,000 for the week so far. We are not. We are, I don't know, just shy of 100, so we're like $50,000 off of our goal, which is, I mean, it's not a little bit of production, but it's not a lot of production, if that makes sense. When I was new in business, I would get really frustrated, and I still do. I have my moments when things don't go exactly the way that I wanted to, or let's say I'm in a season of bad. And as I've matured in life and in business, I've realized that it's very similar to the stock market, where the stock market just goes up and down. And when I was brand new, when it went down, I didn't know if it was going to go back up, and when it was up, I didn't think it was ever going to come back down. And I realized, hey, that's just the natural progression of life. What comes up must come down. What comes down must go up. Don't lose composure. It is what it is. Take a deep breath. Things will get better. And I wouldn't consider this a bad season by any means. It's funny, the more success that you have, what I used to dream of, I used to dream about having an organization doing $100,000 a week. And now, if we're at $100,000 2 days into the week, I'm like pissed off and frustrated, and I think we're super behind. So that is the beauty of evolution and the beauty of life. This is what the life insurance industry can do for you. We got the new beautiful red velvet interior. I don't really know what to call it. We got Jacob. Buck's been with the company for 1 year, just copped a new Lambo. Another whip from somebody on the sales organization. We got the Corvette. I forgot his name. Dylan. I'm sorry, that was disrespectful. Dylan owns this one. We got another virtual sales member, Rowan, with the Audi i8 or R8, I think that's called. Tyler, who just copped the Range all the way back deep there in the back. I don't know if you can see it. We pull up with all the whips. So if you guys ever come to Gold's here in Tampa and you guys see a dope whip, there's a high likelihood that they are on the sales team. Thought I was a little ambitious with the weight. Back in town, baby. We are en route to the mall. We just got done doing final interviews. We got done hiring like 50 amazing human beings. I'm looking forward to you guys coming in here and absolutely crushing it. We are meeting my sister, Michelle, Ashley. Her and a couple other personal producers were given an incentive. If they could write a certain amount of business at the halfway point of the year, we were gonna get them a special prize. Ashley was one of the ones that did hit it. So we are going to the mall to pick up her special prize today and try our very best to not spend any money ourselves. And that is a wrap on the week. Business, we ended the week pretty solid. I'd have to go double check. We're at like $200,000 of production so far for the week. Short of what we want, but it is what it is. Sometimes shit happens. You gotta just keep rolling with the punches. On to the next week. We did a good job sticking to our nutrition plan. Overall, we watched the Spider-Man movie yesterday, Carmen and I. Not gonna spoil it just in case you guys haven't. I will give you my review. I thought it was an amazing movie. I thought it was really good. Carmen, not so much. She was being a little bit of a hater. But outside of that, that's pretty much a week in the life, and that's a really true reflection of how I spend my time. As you guys can see, the majority of my time is spent working, going to the gym. Every day is very much the same. That's the truth behind success. That's a week in life. Stay tuned for the next video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one.